All right. Hello again, my fellow warriors. It is me, Tori, the yoga instructor for A&M Central Texas again. So just ready for another installment of Socially Distanced Yoga Wellness Mindfulness. So, let's go ahead and get started in our usual place, our comfortable seated posture. As always, it's any seated posture that you feel comfortable in. It's not about what my posture looks like per se. It's really more about how you feel while you're practicing your version of what I'm guiding you through. So let's try not to be too hard on ourselves here. Any comfortable seat that makes us at ease. As long as we're able to root the hips down strong beneath us. We can start by stacking the spine up piece by piece, tall, proud, confident of where we are, confident of where we're going. We can do it. Once we've got that tall seat, let's go ahead and continue by rolling. Let's roll the shoulders back, but today let's exaggerate a little bit. So I want you to see what it feels like to use your inhale. While you're building that inhale, push the shoulders way forward and way up towards your ears. And then exhale, push the shoulders way back and way down heavy to your side. Really exaggerate while you're breathing in these circles. So we'll inhale and we'll exhale. And we'll do this 2 more times. Awesome. Let the shoulders drop to a more comfortable, natural place for us. Still keeping the heart space wide open though. Try not to slump forward while we're here. We still want to keep the spine tall and we still want to keep the heart space open. So once we're back in our comfortable seated posture again with our comfortable spine and now our warmed up shoulders, let's sweep the palms way out wide, way up tall. Let's relax the shoulders by our ears so that we don't feel like we're all scrunched up. And then let's cross the arms overhead. So we're going to hang on to each of our elbows here. Okay, and then we're going to lean a little bit to our left side. And then we'll lean a little bit to our right side and take a breath. And let's do this one more time on each side. Left and right. Okay, let's come back to our neutral place. Reach the hands way up tall, and then exhale, swing the palms way behind your back. So we're going to try and lace our fingers behind the midline of our body. Okay, so we're going to lace our fingers. It's up to you if you want to keep the elbows a little bit soft here, if the shoulders are a little tense, or if you want to push the arms strong behind you, like you're really reaching for something. Okay, we're going to lift our face to the sky, push the chin up. Really exaggerate a stretch in the front of the neck, across the front of the chest. And before we close off, let's lean a little bit to our left, lean a little bit to our right. Just with the neck, we'll tilt the head left, and we'll tilt the head right. We'll come back to neutral, and we'll drop the palms heavy to our side, shake it out a little bit, see how you feel. We're going to do the same thing again. So let's inhale, sweep the palms wide and tall. Exhale, rest the shoulders a little bit, and let's swing the palms way behind the back. Lace the fingers. Strong or soft elbows, it's up to you. Lift the chin to the sky. And this time, let's tuck the chin down into the chest. And let's really exaggerate a stretch down the back of the neck. And just like last time, let's tilt side to side. Let's exhale, tilt to our left. Come to neutral. Exhale, tilt to our right. And neutral. One more time on each side. Awesome. Let's drop the palms heavy. Shake out the arms. Lift the face to neutral. And let's see if we can start to move a little bit. So I'm going to move over to my mat. Very cool. All right. Once we get into our comfortable space, we're going to find ourselves standing tall. So let's try to root the feet strong beneath us. Try to rock the body weight forward into the toes. Back into the heels. Rock it out. See how you feel. Soften the knees a little bit. For example, soften the knees so that you don't feel like you're tense. You're holding on to tension and we're trying to let go of that. So soften the knees. Stack up the spine tall and proud, piece by piece. Relax the shoulders down and back away from the ears, and we've got our mountain Tadasana. Unbent, unbroken. On the inhale, sweep the palms wide and tall to the sky. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the hands to the sky, maybe lean a little bit back. Inhale, find our neutral place. Exhale, dive all the way forward. When we come into our forward fold, we're going to try and keep the knees a little bit soft behind us so that we're not causing too much tension in the back of the thigh or in the low back space. Okay, so we're going to drop our hands to the ground. I'm going to take off my glasses. Awesome. We'll drop our hands to the ground. Let's drop the crown of the head as well so that we can shake the head loosey-goosey. A little bit yes, a little bit no. All right. Inhale, let's rise up to the top of our shin bone for our half lift. Let's exhale to drop heavy to the ground. And let's see if we can sweep our left leg way out long behind us. At this point, we're going to try and lift the back heel off of the mat behind us so that we've just got the toe and the ball of the foot in the ground. And if we need to scoot the right foot far enough forward that the knee is safe over the ankle, we can keep on scooting. We just don't want to be way beyond our ankle here. So we want the knee to be safe. Okay? And then let's go ahead and keep our left palm in the mat on the inside of our right foot. And then we're going to walk the right hand on top of the right thigh and push the right shoulder taller than the left shoulder and reach the right hand way up tall to the sky above. And we've got a big twist here from hips to belly button, from belly button to heart, heart to shoulders. And then we'll exhale, bring the right hand back down to the mat. Okay, so the heart turns into neutral again, nice and level, facing the front of the mat. Now we're going to try and open up a little bit. So let's turn that left heel way back there behind us towards the long side of the mat. So that left toe is pointing straight out to the long side of the mat. The front toe is pointing straight to the top of the mat. Okay, we're going to bring the right hand inside of our right foot so that both hands are resting on the inside of that right foot. Okay, when you're ready, let's go ahead and lift our left shoulder taller than our right shoulder. We'll see how we feel. Maybe we can reach the left hand to the sky, or maybe we're comfortable leaving that left hand on our hip today. Okay, so this one's going to be a lot more interesting on the hips. Focus more on where the belly button is pointing, where the heart is pointing, if the shoulders are wide open here. Okay, whatever we've chosen, let's exhale and bring both hands back down to the mat. Let's point both toes towards the front of the mat again. So we'll turn that left toe forward. We'll leave the hands where they are and drop the left knee down to the ground and untuck the left toe so that both arms are resting inside of that right foot again. Okay, let's go ahead and take our twist like we did with our left leg lifted earlier. So we'll leave the left palm in the mat. We'll walk the right palm on top of the right thigh. And then we'll push the right shoulder taller than the left shoulder, and we'll look up over that shoulder to the sky. Great big breath in the body. It is up to you if you want to leave that right hand on top of the knee, or if you want to reach towards the sky with that right hand as well. And when you're ready, let's exhale. Bring that right palm back down to the mat outside of the right foot. Okay, we're going to rock back and forth a little bit here. So let's make sure that the left thigh is back at an angle so that we're not directly resting right over that hip, right over that knee here. Let's put that left knee back at an angle, okay? We're gonna rock a little bit back and forth with our hips and our heart here. So make sure that that right knee is still safe over that right ankle or even a little bit behind it. Okay, we just don't wanna be beyond that ankle yet. Hang on. Okay, let's start with our rocking dragons here. So when we exhale, we're going to push away from that right foot. We're going to rock the body weight back using our fingertips to help us walk back to support ourselves. We can try to lengthen that right knee in front of us if we want, or we can keep it soft. We can point the right toe maybe towards the front of the room or up towards the sky. Okay. And we're going to try and take a bow here. Look down to the ground inside of that foot. Send the heart closer to the knee. If that means you need to soften the knee to get a little more comfortable in the back of the thigh, that's okay. You can leave the knee strong. Okay, now I mentioned we're rocking back and forth here. This is our extended dragon. We're trying to stretch the back of the front thigh. But let's go ahead and walk the body weight forward again so we can plant the foot flat. Stack the knee safe over the ankle, nice and even. Okay, and this is the only time I'll ever cue this, but let's move the body weight a little forward. Let's walk the hands so that the heel of the palm is in line with our big toe, and then push forward just a little bit with the hips and shoulders. Okay, Hang in there. This is our overstepping dragon. If you can see this here, I'm a little bit beyond that ankle, but not far. Okay. Inhale, rise to neutral. Neutral knee, neutral hips. Exhale, push the body weight back. Extended dragon. Inhale, move forward, flat foot, safe knee. Exhale, rock a little bit beyond that ankle. Little bit, not far. Okay. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, extended dragon. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, overstepping dragon. Awesome. Let's come back into our neutral place, neutral knee, neutral hips. Let's tuck the left toe under, lift the left knee off of the mat, plant the palms strong beneath our shoulders, and we're going to take the right foot back to meet the left foot and lower the hips in line with shoulders and heels so that we have a high plank. Okay. We're going to push forward on the tippy toes, squeeze the elbows past the rib cage, and flatten the feet on the ground. Awesome. Keep the elbows tucked in close beside your rib cage. Let's look forward towards the front of our room, and then inhale, lift the heart and the chin just a little bit, baby cobra. Okay, it's all core strength. Don't use your hands here. Distract yourself, wiggle the fingers, or lift the hands completely. It's all core strength. From baby cobra, let's exhale to release. Okay, let's build up to our tabletop. So hands and knees at the mat, beneath our shoulders and hips. Okay, let's exhale, push the hips back to meet the heels. Option in our child's pose to reach the hands way out long and try to drop the forehead to the ground between the two biceps so that we've got a stretch in the upper chest, upper back. Or we can rest the elbows to the ground and the forehead. Okay, let's take 2 more great breaths here. Catch your breath. Whew. Full inhale, full exhale. Awesome. Let's look forward to our hands on the mat. Let's rise to tabletop, hands and knees. Ooh, let's try our first downward facing dog. We're going to tuck the toes under, push the hips up to the sky, and then push the heart back towards the knees. As always, it's up to you. If you want your legs to be strong, cool. If you want to soften the knees and just kind of find a comfortable place here, that's cool too. Just push the heart back towards the knees. Do the best that you feel comfortable with. Awesome. Let's try all those stretches on our left leg, Let's sweep the left leg high behind us, and then let's bring that left knee forward and try to plant the foot on the ground. Now, we want to get the knee safe over the ankle, so if we need to scoot that left foot forward enough to line up the knee and the ankle, that's okay. But we're going to leave the back heel lifted behind us so that the toe and the ball of the foot is connected. And we're going to try those tall twists first. So let's leave the right palm in the mat inside of our left foot, and then stack our left palm on top of our left thigh. Try to push the left shoulder taller than the right shoulder. Maybe we leave the hand on the knee today, or maybe we reach way up tall. Totally up to you. Great breath in the body. All right. Let's go ahead and bring that left hand back down towards the mat. We're going to take our opposite side twist. So we have to start with our feet first. Let's take that right foot behind us. Turn the heel towards our long side of the mat so that right toe points out to the opposite long side of the mat. The left toe continues pointing towards the front of the room. And then we bring the left palm in front of the left foot. Awesome. When both hands are inside of that knee, let's go ahead and open up to our right side. We'll stack our right shoulder taller than our left shoulder. Right palm either straight up to the sky or resting on our hip. Okay, great breath in the body here. Wide open heart space. You've got it. All right. Let's go ahead and bring that right palm back down to the mat. Once we've got the heart level to the ground again, facing the front of the room, let's point that back toe forward as well. And let's drop that back knee to the mat, untuck that back toe. And like last time, we're going to set that back knee back at an angle so that we're not right up directly above it right now. All right, so once we have both hands inside of that left foot, let's take our twist, but lower to the ground this time. So left palm steps up to the top of the left thigh. We can push that left shoulder taller than the right. We could choose to rest on top of the thigh today, or we could choose to reach up to the sky, but we're going to turn our face up to the ceiling this time as well. Great twist. Notice where you are in the belly button, where you are in the heart, where the shoulders are here. Awesome. When you're ready, we'll exhale, bring the left palm down to the mat, this time outside of the left foot. Okay, now that we've got that front foot framed, we're going to rock back and forth with our dragons here. So let's go ahead and use our next exhale to walk the body weight back over our back knee. We'll see how far we feel comfortable moving here, but it's like we're pointing our tailbone towards the back of the room. And when we move back, we can choose to lengthen that leg long in front of us, or we could choose to soften the knee and keep it there. We could choose to point the toe towards the front of the room or up towards the sky. Okay, whatever we've decided to do with that front leg, we're going to take a bow with the heart, looking down to that space on the mat in front of us. Take a bow if you can. Soften the knee if you need to get there. All right, extended dragon. Let's start to rock back and forth like I mentioned. So let's bring the palms flat beside our, framing our front foot, bringing the front foot flat to the ground, bringing the knee safe over the ankle again. We're going to start to move a little bit forward. So let's line up the heel of the palms with our big toe in front of us. Let's push the hips a little bit forward, push the heart a little bit forward. No pressure, no judgment, and no expectation. All right. Great breath in the body. Now let's start to rock and roll. Let's take the body weight back to neutral. Exhale, extend our dragon back just a little bit. Okay, inhale to neutral, flat foot, safe knee. Exhale, overstep just a little bit beyond that ankle. Inhale to neutral. Exhale, rock back. Inhale to neutral. Exhale, rock forward. Inhale, neutral. Last time, extend back. Okay, come to neutral. And overstep. Okay, come back to our neutral place. Line up the palms inside to frame that front foot. Tuck the back toe under, lift the back knee. Make sure your palms feel strong beneath you. And we're going to take the left foot back to meet the right foot. And then we're going to find our plank. So we're going to lower the hips in line with shoulders and heels. Okay. When we inhale, we'll push forward on tiptoes. Exhale, squeeze the elbows to release. Tops of the feet are flat behind us. Elbows tucked in close. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the heart. Not far, just a little bit. All right. From our baby cobra, we'll release back down. We're going to build our way into our tabletop. So hands and knees at the mat. Okay. With our next exhale, find child's pose. Hips to the heels, heart to the knees. Maybe the arms out long. Maybe the arms restful. Either way, drop the forehead heavy. Breathe. 3 strong breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Awesome. Let's look forward towards the top of the mat. Rise into our tabletop, hands and knees. Tuck the toes under, push the hips up to the sky. Push the heart back to the knees. Soft or strong, you're the boss here. Great breath in the body. All right. In fact, let's try to create a little bit of a flow out of this downward facing dog. We're going to move back and forth between our plank and our downward facing dog. So I want to start creating stronger breath here. So let's look forward. Inhale hard over the wrists, hips lower, plank. Exhale, push the hips up and back. Look to the knees. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Exhale, up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale, last time. Awesome. Let's sweep our right leg high behind us and step the right foot forward and through. Plant that right foot strong in the mat. Let's go ahead and turn that left toe out to the long side of the mat with us. So those feet are in like an L shape again. Okay, we're gonna rise up over the right leg and stand tall. We're gonna try and turn our hearts to follow our hips to the long side of the mat. So that heart, hips, and back toe are facing the long side of the mat. And then the front toe is just facing the front of the room. We're gonna reach the hands way out long, way out wide, towards the front of the room, towards the back of the room. Awesome. When you're ready, from this warrior two stance, let's drop our back palm to our back thigh or sweep behind the low back space, and then turn that front palm up to the sky and lean back with that front palm. All right, we've got our reverse warrior here. Okay, let's come into our neutral place, palms way out long before, way out long behind. Let's move forward with our front hands. We'll exhale to reach. Maybe we'll rest the palm on the front thigh or the elbow on the front thigh. Or maybe we'll line up with our shin bone. Whatever you feel comfortable with today, extended side angle. Remember, keeping that knee safe over the ankle or a little bit behind. We just don't want to be beyond. Okay. Inhale, rise to warrior two. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reach, extended side angle. Any variation. You got it. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Awesome. Let's move to our warrior one. So we're going to swing the left palm low past our hips to turn the heart and hips towards the front of the room. Once we've got the heart and hips settled, take your time, baby step. We will wobble that back foot until both toes are pointing towards the front of the room, warrior one. And then let's exhale, bring the palms down to the mat. And then let's step the right foot back to meet the left foot, hips to the sky, heart towards the knees. Look up towards the belly button for a moment. Look forward to the hands, bring the heart over the wrists, high plank. Okay. Exhale, chaturanga, push up all the way down. Tops of the feet are flat. Inhale, lift the chin and the heart. Exhale to release. Find your way to tabletop. Exhale to child's pose. Rest. 3 breaths. 3 full breaths here. Full inhale and full exhale. All right, look forward towards those hands. Rise up, tabletop. Tuck the toes under, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Okay. Let's try that rocking plank again. So 3 times. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Exhale, push back, down dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, down dog. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Excellent. Let's try that on our left side. Let's sweep the left leg high behind us. Exhale, step the left foot forward and through. Okay, like last time, we're going to open up to warrior two right away. So we're going to turn that back heel, turn that back toe. Okay, when you've got both feet flat in the ground, ready to go in our L shape, we'll rise up over the left leg, open up the heart and hips towards the same side of the mat that the back toe is facing. Sorry, I know I'm pointing away, but here we are. Palms way out wide, reaching forward, reaching back. And let's move into our reverse warrior. When we take our exhale, drop the back palm either to the back thigh or cross behind the low back space. Sweep the front palm up overhead. Reverse warrior. When you're ready, find your way into warrior two. This time we'll exhale, reach towards the front of the room, either resting a hand, an elbow, or lining up with our front shin bone. We've got extended side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. One more time, rising, reversing, finding neutral, and extending. Awesome. Let's find our way into neutral warrior 2, and then we're going to turn ourselves to the front of the room for warrior 1, dropping the back palm slowly until we're ready to reach for the front of the room with the heart, with the hips ready to go. We'll take our time turning that back toe forward as well. Awesome. Warrior 1. Exhale, forward fold palms to the mat. Okay, left foot meets the right foot. Hips to the sky, down dog, great big stretch, push the heart towards the knees, and then look forward, find your high plank. Exhale to release. Tops of the feet flat, lift the heart, and this time use the arm strength that you have. Push into the heel of palm, into every fingertip. Rise up with the heart and remind yourself, we're not here to shrug into our cobra. We're here to roll the shoulders back. Push the heart and the chin forward and soften the elbows a little bit. Strong breath. And let's exhale to release. Awesome. Rise into your tabletop. Exhale, fold back for child's pose. Rest. 3 breaths here as well. All right, when you feel ready, look forward, rise into your tabletop. And we're going to take a twist here today. So this is going to be a little interesting. I might have to show you a couple different angles to make sure that you feel confident with where you're going. Now, if you have any upper back or any back injuries that you're worried about, something recent maybe, something that you've just been aware of for a while now, you're more than welcome to completely skip this twist. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your body. I want you to be confident in what you are practicing, and I want you to feel comfortable with where you're trying to challenge yourself. So if you try the twist and it does not feel right in your shoulder, in your neck, in your back, you do not have to stay there. You can instead rest in child's pose for a few moments. I just want to make that super clear. I'm not the boss of you. You can do whatever you're comfortable with in your own body, okay? So no judgment, no expectation, and take a break if you need it, okay? For our twist here from tabletop, remember we've got palms spread out wide underneath our shoulders here so that fingertips are way out wide in our starfish hands, palms are just about shoulder width apart, and elbows are a little bouncy, a little soft here. Remember, we're not locking out and just holding strong in those muscles. We're letting it rest as much as we can. Okay, for this tabletop twist, we're going to sweep. Let me start on my right side. We're going to sweep our right hand way out wide beside us, and then we're going to exhale. And we're going to thread that right palm underneath our body, palm face up to the sky, and we're going to push that right palm open to that side of the mat on our left. We're going to soften that left elbow and try to guide our right shoulder and our right ear towards the middle of our mat to rest. When we get there, the left palm can come way out wide beside us. And if you need to keep that left shoulder supported, leave that left arm bent at a 90-degree angle so that you can push that left shoulder a little taller than the right. Okay, or you can just hang out here for a moment and decide if this even feels right for you. Okay, remember, we're going to be here for a good minute. So if you do not like this posture and you've decided I'm not doing this right now, take that left palm closer to the face and unwind, okay? And I'm going to come at a different angle just to show you what I'm talking about. Right palm comes out wide, and then we thread beneath our left arm, guiding that right shoulder and ear towards the middle of our space. Left palm can stay out wide, and when that left arm is bent at 90 degrees, you can support yourself, or you can just hang out, okay? No pressure, no judgment, no expectation. Okay, in our tabletop twist, hips remain tall towards the sky, knees try to rest beneath the hips, but we do naturally move back just a little bit when we take the twist. Okay, And if you want to make it more interesting for yourself, left palm can maybe reach way up tall so that the arms kind of create an L shape themselves. Option, maybe. Or if you want to be really fancy, the left palm can stay at 90 degrees, but from there, rise up. Maybe rest across the low back space like we do in our reverse warrior. Maybe. Like we're reaching for the opposite hip on the opposite side of the body. It's an option. Okay? If you're feeling tension in your neck and shoulders, I want to challenge you to exhale and let it melt away, okay? It's not easy, but I want you to close your eyes. And when you exhale, imagine that you feel all that heat and all that tension rushing away from the body. Okay, one more breath. Awesome. Let's go ahead and bring that left palm closer to the face. Let's use that left arm to help us rise back up to unwind. Set the right palm beneath the shoulder, left palm beneath the shoulder. Sway side to side in your tabletop. Okay? In fact, we're going to rock the body weight a little forward towards the front of the room, a little backward towards the heels. Move through the shoulders, move through the hands a little bit. See how you feel. Okay, come back to neutral. Let's take a moment in our tabletop to turn our fingertips back towards our knees or out towards the side of the mat. Okay, it's up to you. If you turn the fingertips towards the sides of the mat, kind of coming out like duck feet a little bit, you can rock side to side with that stretch in the forearm. If you are comfortable turning the fingertips a little further back towards the knees or maybe towards the two corners of the room behind you, try rocking just a little bit back. Just a little bit forward. Start slow, start small. Build yourself up to find a little bit more comfort in challenge, okay? And we're going to try our opposite side twist as well. So bring the palms back to neutral, just beneath the shoulders, fingertips spread out wide. Whew. Let's try that on our left side. Left palm sweeps out wide beside us. Exhale, guide left palm beneath the right, palm face up to the sky. Soften that right elbow to guide your left shoulder and left ear towards the mat. Okay, when you get there, right palm can step out wide. Let me turn around on my mat real quick, but if you're here, hang on to what you got. Okay, stay there. You can do it. I believe in you. You got it. And if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. All right, so we've made it with our left shoulder, our left ear in the mat. Very cool. Sorry, adjusting. Okay, right palm can come out wider than shoulder width so that that right arm can be bent at 90 degrees to keep us either balanced and lifted or just staying neutral. It's up to you, okay? Reaching with that left hand way out wide. Tabletop twist. Just breathe. If you can, relax the eyes. Try to relax the jaw. And like I mentioned before, when you exhale, imagine that you can feel that tension in the shoulders, tension in the neck, rushing away from the body on the exhale. No pressure, no judgment, no expectation. Okay? We're here for a minute on the other side, so we're going to be here for a minute here. Keep that breath moving. Relax the eyes, relax the jaw. Try to relax the shoulders. I know what that sounds like. Breathe with me here. You got it. Or rest. Rest if you need to. Okay. Let's bring that right palm closer to the midline of the mat so that we can use that right arm to help us build back up and unwind at the top. Again, we set palms beneath the shoulders. We rock a little bit forward and back. We rock a little bit side to side. We have the opportunity here to change up the position of the hands. We can point the fingertips towards the edge of the mat and rock side to side. Or we can start to point the fingertips a little bit towards the back of the mat and rock a little forward and a little back. Okay, as always, we're not moving fast. We're not moving far, you know. Start small, start slow, and give yourself time to figure out how you feel here. Okay? When you're ready, turn the hands back to neutral. Let's get off the wrists for a moment here. So let's move back into our hero's pose. Let's bring the hips down to our heels, leaving the knees bent beneath the body. We're going to try and stack up the spine with our best effort as much as we can comfortably. We've got our hero's pose when we've got hips over heels, spine built up tall, heart space open, and mind in our happy place. If we need to close the eyes and think of something more comfortable than this, please do. Okay, find a moment here, breathe. Okay. I want to challenge you to reach the hands way out wide and tall. Let the palms meet over the midline of the body and lace all the fingers. Okay, let's exhale to bring those palms down to shoulder height, way out long in front of us. Okay, let's use this opportunity to turn the heel of the palm out to the front of the room before us. Okay, so now we're really stretching into those forearms. Let's use our breath to bounce a little bit. So we're going to inhale, rise up just a little bit over shoulder height. When we exhale, we'll drop a little bit below shoulder height. And that's all I mean by bounce. We'll inhale to rise a little, exhale to lower. All right, come back to neutral. And now it is up to you if you really want to push those palms forward and shrug and round the back a little bit, where you can keep the spine tall and elbows soft. You're the boss. One more breath. Turn the heel palm back in on itself and rest the elbows this time. So really bend into those elbows. Rock the wrists around. All right, let's go ahead and plant those palms on the mat. Walk into tabletop. All right, let's try those fire toes again. Let's tuck the toes under behind us. And like I mentioned before we move all of the body weight back, let's start to inch our way back a little bit. Make sure all of those piggies are going to the same marketplace. Those toes like to argue with us sometimes. Okay, when toes are tucked under, heels are standing tall, we'll try to rest the body weight back onto the heels. We'll try to stack up the spine if we can. Okay, we'll try to roll the shoulders back and go to your happy place. Close the eyes. Think of something more comfortable if you need to. When we're in fire toes, if you need to keep the body weight forward or lifted, that is okay too. Okay, we're still going to feel the stretch in the sole of the feet, no matter how far back we come, okay? All right, great breath in the body, rising and falling. All right, one more breath. Woo, let's move that body weight forward into tabletop. When we get there, peel those feet up off of the ground, roll the ankles around, point the toe, flex the heel, whatever helps. And we're going to come into a seated posture. So however you like, we're going to bring the hips down to the ground. Let's put our feet in butterfly. So we're going to set the soles of the feet together before us, knees in our diamond shape. Root the hips down strong. Stack up the spine. Open the heart space. Woo, butterfly, you got it. All right, so let's try a forward fold here. As always, keep the spine tall, leave the hips right where they are, and imagine that you're pushing the heart forward. So the heart is coming forward, and if that means that our tall spine is keeping us from bringing the heart all the way down to the feet, that's fine, okay? It's not about getting the heart down to the feet here in butterfly, at least in my yoga practice. It's about protecting your spine so that you don't risk anything unnecessarily just for that one forward fold, you know? All right. Okay, so let's rise back up into our tall spine. Let's go ahead and stand our knees to the sky. We're going to set the hands beneath the soft part of our knee, and you guessed it, we're going to try that boat pose again. So, again, tall spine. Heart space open. We're going to lean the heart back at an angle. Okay. We're not going to roll into the spine. We're just going to lean. Okay. Let's try to lift those heels off of the mat and find any boat pose that works for you. If you need to keep the heels lower, that's okay. If you want to bring the heels to about knee level, that's going to be our half boat. If you want to point the toes to the sky and strengthen those legs, whoo, you could do a full boat. It's up to you. I'm not the boss of you here. Okay. I want to introduce a different abdominal challenge for us here today. So we're going to imagine that we're rowing a little bit. If you need a prop for this, that's okay. You can use a towel, you can use socks. Well, you could use the air. I'm just going to use the air today. So we're going to take our hands over our knees into fists like we have hold of an oar, like we're in a canoe with an oar. And we're going to exhale and dip off of one side of the body, twist with the heart space. Inhale to neutral. Exhale, row. Inhale and exhale. All right, keep it going as you breathe. Keep it going. You got it. Let's do 2 more on each side. Take a break if you need to. I'm not the boss of you and I can't see you anyway, so do what you got to do. And come back to neutral. Open up the hands to the sky. Drop those legs long. Build up the spine tall. Woo. All right, let's lean forward with soft knees or strong legs. Either way, toes stand up to the sky. Lean the heart forward and drop the hands heavy. Drop the shoulders heavy. All right, and take whatever forward fold comes naturally to you here. Remember, tall spine, pushing the heart forward, hands restful. It's cool if we can grab the feet. No pressure, we don't have to. We just want to keep the arms restful because what we do a lot of the time when we are able to reach the feet is then we start to sink into the spine. We start to ramp up that tension in the shoulder. Let it go, let it rest. All right, let's inhale, rise back up, tall spine, put a bend in those knees, and let's roll back on the mat here. So I'm going to make a little more space, and then let's do it. Let's roll back on the mat. Sorry, spine long on the ground, okay? So we've got the spine all stretched out. Let's go ahead and scoop the knees right up over the heart, wrap the arms strong around the legs. And when we found this kind of cannonball posture, we're in knees to chest posture. Very interesting. Let's rock and roll side to side, only if you're comfortable rolling across the back space. Okay, this is another excellent opportunity to use our towel or like a blanket underneath the back space if we feel like we're on a really hard surface and if our back is not comfortable necessarily. We can extra cushion with blankets and stuff. But anyway, in knees to chest posture, we're rocking and rolling, maybe side to side. I know some people like to rock up and down the spine. If you don't know this, I have a fused spine, so the whole thing is like straightened with rods. So that doesn't work for me, but if you're one of those people, you can do it. You can go for it. Rocking up and down the spine. I just like side to side personally. All right. Anyway, from here, let's go ahead and drop the soles of the feet flat to the ground beneath us so that knees are standing up tall. Let's go ahead and sweep the hands way out wide, or like I mentioned before, in goalpost arms, so that the hands are parallel to where the face is. Okay, let's rock and roll, sending our knees all the way over to our left side. So when the knees roll over, the hips rotate, the belly button rotates, but the heart stays straight up to the sky above us. Okay, and we just drop the knees off to the side. Rest. If that means you need to stretch the feet out a little bit or stagger the legs a little, that's okay. Okay. Try to take a moment to soften and relax the face. Close the eyes and just breathe. Awesome. Okay. Let's move, standing the knees up to the sky first. We'll level the hips again, so if we need to adjust the hips and shoulders, so be it. I want to take a moment here to find a butterfly pose. So let's scoot the feet right up to the midline of the mat, right up next to each other, and then drop the knees away from each other so that soles of the feet continue to hug in the mat, but knees kind of rest way out wide, okay? So just like our seated butterfly, we're trying to stretch the inner hip, and if we need a little extra encouragement, we can take the hands and rest them on the outer thigh a little bit. And that's going to kind of, not much, we don't have to push down, but we can use a little extra, a little extra body weight to kind of help encourage the stretch. Of course, feet can be as far away as you need them to be. Okay? You're the boss here, not me. Okay? Awesome. Let's stand those knees up to the sky, hands to goal post. The feet can come back to hip distance apart as they were before. And then let's roll the knees way off to our right side. Let the hips, let the belly button rotate, but try to keep the heart straight up to the sky. Cool, cool. Yeah, we've got our spinal twist. We've got our breath moving through the body as it naturally does. With no need for change at this moment. All right, with our inhale, let's stand those knees to the sky. Let's adjust at the hips and the shoulders a little bit. And today, I want to try reaching the hands up tall overhead and then crossing the arms like we started in our seated posture, so that it's like we're either hanging on to our wrists or we're trying to hang on to our elbows right overhead. Okay, and then let's walk the feet out to the edges of the mat, wide stance beside us. Rock and roll the hips, but this time letting the knees operate independently. So we'll rock over to our left side, each knee will do its own thing, and we'll rock over to our right side, doing their own thing. Take your time. Okay, we're trying to lengthen the upper back a little bit extra with these lifted arms for a moment. If your shoulders are feeling a little too much tension, no need to cross the arms. You can just keep that goalpost, but bring the elbows up a little higher if you want. Okay, come back to neutral with those knees. Leaving the feet way out wide stance. Let's lean the knees up against each other in the middle of the mat. And then let's drop the hands down to maybe our belly or to our heart space. Some people like to rest way up on the chest. Some people like to rest way down towards the hips. It's up to you. Okay. When we have our broken bridge posture here, we're trying to relax the low back space. We're starting to move into finding a comfortable place for our final relaxation. So we've already visited two of my favorite restful postures, being butterfly in reclined, or right here in broken bridge. And remind yourself to relax the shoulders down away from the ears so you don't feel like you're shrugging too much. But you could choose to revisit any other restful reclined posture, or you could choose to kick those heels to their own corners of the mat. Maybe sweep the hands out like a gingerbread man or like a starfish. That would be our true final relaxation, Shavasana. And just breathe. We've made it to final relaxation. Let's close the eyes if we're comfortable. Let's relax the jaw. Try to exhale and release that tension from the shoulders, from the hips. And let's do a progressive relaxation across the body here. So let's start way up at the face, okay? Let's really exaggerate what it feels like to make some sort of facial expression. You could smile really hard for a moment. You could frown. You could scrunch your eyebrows, close your eyes really tight. And then exhale and let it go. All the way across the forehead and the face. Let go of that tension. Okay, we're going to inhale and shrug up with the shoulders really close to the ears. And then exhale and draw those shoulders back down again. Okay, let's try this in the arms. On the inhale, clench the fists, roll those fingers in. Really strong in the upper arm, in the bicep, in the forearm, and then exhale, let it go. Stretch the hands way out wide, face up to the sky or face down to the earth. All right, let's try that in our low back space. We're going to inhale and clench up the glutes and clench up the low back and clench up the abdominals. And then exhale, let go. Okay. And finally, let's try that in our legs. Let's inhale and clench up the toes and the feet and roll the heels out towards the outside of the mat. Roll the toes in towards each other. Strong legs, and then exhale, rest. All right. From our progressive relaxation, it is up to you how long you would like to remain in final relaxation. If you need more time to just breathe, to think about everything really quickly and then drop it, as if you're imagining that a good practice for mindfulness is if you imagine that you're holding onto a pin in your hand. You can close the eyes and you can imagine that pin in your hand, and maybe it's an idea or maybe it's a feeling that you've been holding on to lately. Like if you're just feeling so cooped up, and if you could hold that cooped up feeling in your hand like a pin, then you can choose just to drop. You can do that repeatedly with a lot of different thoughts, feelings, ideas. Holding on to that pin. And then dropping. You can stay here as long as you like. You could pause the video, or you can continue on with me. But when we feel ready, we're going to start to make decisions based on our own level of comfort today of how we would like to get back into a seated posture. And that can be any seated posture, just like when we began today. Whatever seems to suit us best, we'll rise up, we'll adjust, setting the hips strong beneath us, setting the legs and ankles wherever we need for comfort. Okay. Once we have the hips rooted and strong, then we can build up the spine again like when we began. We can roll the shoulders back like when we began. We can rest the face, the eyes, the jaw. And take a moment to remind ourselves what it means to operate without judgment, without expectation. Reminding ourselves that often we are our own worst critic. And if we can just choose to set aside that little inner voice that we have, trying to correct us, we allow ourselves just a few more moments of peace. Okay. And it's at this time at the end of our practice that I'd like to thank you all for choosing to share your time and choosing to share your practice with me here. And again, it is the light within me that honors and bows